Welcome to This Startup is Being Recorded. This recording is improvised fiction. Similarities between it and the real world are entirely intentional. Now, enjoy the recording.
Okay, and I'm recording. Thanks everyone for coming to this meeting.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, especially you two. I mean, this is your first time here with us in MetaMarket, so I guess I should let you know that we do record our meetings. Just for the posterity.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Well, and
Let
just to clarify, this is our first time here, but this is not our first time in this building.
Yeah.
We've worked with a lot of people in this area.
Oh,
Great.
nice.
Okay.
wow.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Haven't seen you
Well,
before, but that's great.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we've worked with your janitorial staff quite a bit.
Mhm.
The sort of caterers for some of your past parties, we've worked
Oh,
with
wow.
them. So we've
Oh,
definitely
wow.
I've been in this building before.
We're very
Wow.
familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess that makes sense how you got here so fast. Yeah, John just let us know about this meeting in the last hour.
Yeah.
But he is on a lunch date, and he said that there's something about the sushi is really fresh right now, so he just can't make it.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, let's just really quick go around, say who's here, and then we can kick off with the agenda that maybe someone knows. So I'll start. I'm Kate Banchette. I'm chief of staff here at MetaMarket. We're a couch marketplace startup, but of course we're working to shape the future of trade, give everyone a more comfortable seat at the table. Our name's kind of in flux, but we're going with it.
I can go. I'm Kalathea Nadarova. I am the chief creative czar here at MetaMarket. Soon to be dead name of this company we all love.
Yep. I'm Eric Joy Carter, Chief Products Officer here at MetaMarket. And I'm just excited to find out what this is all about today.
Right, that leaves me. I am Matt.Yachts. That's also my domain name. And I'm the CTO here at the company soon to no longer be known as MetaMarket.
Okay. On our end, I assume you guys know, but I'm Frederick Lamar, and sorry,
Yeah.
of
Nice
course,
to meet
Mr. Vooo here is kind of, I don't know.
Zoo?
That's sort of a joke between us. My name is Mr. Vo.
Yeah,
But he
I mean,
sort of teases me a little bit by calling me Mr. Vu, and it's a whole thing. But yes,
Oh, I see. Yeah, your
Okay.
little visitors tag is, I guess it's ambiguous.
Is it supposed to have Mr.? Is your first name Mr.?
Oh yes, my first name
Okay.
is Mr. My title is in the company is Mr. We thought that was the most polite title. There's sort of a negative connotation around like CEO and all this kind of stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
So our highest position, which is me, is I'm the Mr.
Okay.
of the company.
And
Like
Mr.
like a
Mr.
Mister, like a
Vo.
Mister of water, or like a Mister of like the traditional honorific?
I would say traditional honorific, but honestly, have fun with it. It can be anything you
Okay,
want it to be.
great.
that's
Awesome.
part of the fun of it. Is
Yeah.
actually that
Oh.
it's so versatile.
The fun.
But what-
The fun of
yeah,
sorry.
That
the fun
name-
of
I like the culture thing. Yeah. What, remind me what it is that y'all do again.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah,
are
that would
with
be nice.
we are with the agency Under the Covers, where we are you guys familiar with the old TV show Undercover Boss?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God. I thought
I
you
don't
were
have cable.
thought you were about to say you're that betting startup. That I would have been really shocked if John had made a meeting with y'all. Okay.
Oh, does he
Um,
not like betting? Is that a thing?
Oh, it's just like couches are kind of our deal, but we're ready to move into any
Yeah.
marketplace, and it would be an exciting time if it was time to make the jump to betting. But sorry, you said Undercover Boss.
Undercover Boss. So we're not making material items. We're making companies better. We're
Yeah.
making lives better. I would
We're
say.
innovating. We're changing everything for the better, I guess is a good way to put it.
Well,
Okay.
let me explain. So if you remember the show Undercover Boss, they would
So
take
you make the show. You're the production company for Undercover
Right.
Boss.
wow.
well,
Very cool.
so this
Is John actually going to show up, like, and
This-
be here?
Finally?
so
But we won't know.
Is it a
like, is
secret?
that why we haven't seen him?
Hang on,
Has he
is
actually,
fresh sushi.
Has he actually
Right.
just been here the whole time?
One of you isn't John, are you?
You have
I
to
don't-
say.
It's been a while
I
since I
don't
saw you.
I
think
know.
so.
Okay.
I haven't really checked. I mean, Frederick, are you John?
Let me
I
let
don't
me
know
check
this
my
person, by the way. We
I'm
were
sorry.
called. Someone said that they had seen our Craigslist ad under the personal section, and he had called
Okay.
us, and then we had a conversation and set up a meeting.
Oh, that
Um,
sounds like John.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is
Okay.
that I'm sorry, you all seem kind of mixed resigned is really the mood I'm getting from you.
Are you
here.
disappointed that
No one
Frederick
is-
here isn't secretly John?
No one's resigning, right? Is this
No,
meeting about
yeah.
No.
someone
No.
resigning?
No,
Don't
not that
say that.
I know of.
Don't say the resign word unless it's
Sorry,
really a resignation. You guys can't do that to me.
Okay. You know what?
I'm sorry. We've had some end of year staff turnover stuff, and
Yeah.
Kate's been dealing with it really hard. Every member of the MetaMarket team is like family to her.
Frederick,
And-
did you review the words that we're not allowed to say? I'm sorry. You
okay.
gave us such a nice list of words we're not allowed to
Mhm.
say, and it looks like Frederick just went ahead and didn't
well, some of
even
them I
read
just-
it.
Some of them didn't make sense to me. Trundle bed was one, and I don't see how that would
Ooh.
cause
Why-
anything.
Why would
No,
you?
it's a
why
funny
would you
story, actually,
immediately
but
bring it
yeah.
up?
Yeah.
We shouldn't.
I'm glad John passes that list along, though. Honestly, I didn't expect that from him, but
I am too, and to keep it so up to date to include Trundle Bed. I mean,
Yeah.
that only
Guys, we
entered the
can't.
list.
Let's
I got
it's
a
only
couple
been
weeks
14
ago.
days.
wow.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in my employee here in that he clearly did read the list and then intentionally started using words from it as some sort of. We don't play games like that with
No,
our
I'm sorry,
company.
I'm
Under
sorry.
the Covers is an honorable company. Let me explain
Yeah.
real quick. So if
Please.
you remember the show Undercover Boss, they take a high up level employee and they make them do a lower level employee job.
Yep.
Both to sort of find problems with in their own company, but also to get to know those lower level employees and see how hard that sort of work is.
Mhm.
It's a very, very rewarding and gratifying experience. And I think it brings everyone together and you can make a little TV show out of it. And Frederick and I were actually producers on Undercover Boss. Now, we did have a K-hole incident and we were told to move on. And that's sort of where we came up with this idea for this company in a separate K-hole.
Yeah. And by the way, it's been incredibly successful so far.
Yes.
I'm still dressed for my last one where I was actually the residency director for a hospital. So I actually for a program I chose, I got to pick out who the sort of next doctors working in that program would be.
Well,
And,
let me explain what your role is, Frederick. Because
Oh, yes. Sorry.
we don't take. You might be thinking, oh, you come to a company and you do an Undercover Boss with someone high up.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing: people high up are kind of busy, right? They've got stuff to do. They've got emails to answer. They've got like stuff to see outside and like lunches to have. They have a lot of stuff.
I mean, John's got an excuse to dodge us for every hour of the day.
It
Yeah.
just busy people are busy. That's why they're busy. And we sort of try to relieve that pressure by we take over the Undercover Boss duties. So instead of sending someone high up and they have to, scrub toilets and all this stuff, we bring in Frederick here to sort of go in secretly and
Mhm.
report back to the company as if he was an undercover boss. Now, I do need to clarify, for this to work, Frederick here needs to be given a very, very high and powerful position within the company. Otherwise, it's not an
Yes.
undercover boss, it's a mole, and we are not a mole spy company. You
No,
know?
that'd be ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So let me just
We are a
make sure that
freelance
I
undercover boss company.
okay.
Outsourcing.
Right.
Yes.
Got it. I just want to repeat back what I've heard to just confirm that we're spiritually on the same level. Okay, so John hired you or is looking to hire you. And you are going to get an actor to join our company at the executive level for a short period of time to then rejoin the company masquerading as somebody at a lower position
Yes.
to have insights
Except-
of both positions and let us know what it was like being in both positions, or to give us
Ooh.
a cuddly, heartfelt moment that none of us are really a part of?
So, yeah, not really to report on what anyone higher up is doing, because we know what they're doing. They're busy.
They're
It's
busy.
really just about spying on those low-level employees, really embarrassing the ones that are bad, and then really, like, praising and being like, "Yay," to the ones who are good. Don't give them a raise or anything. You might give them a tiny bonus, but just something that, like, makes you look good too.
And I should clarify also, so I'd be the one doing this for you. I'm not an actor. I know that's the term you used. Not an actor. I'm actually an executive level employee. So
Yeah, a freelance
a
executive.
freelance
You'd be a
executive level
free.
employee.
Um,
Oh, wow.
has John? What exactly did your ad say that made John reach out to you?
It said, 2 guys want to hang.
Huh.
Interesting.
I just found the ad. It's just 2 guys want to hang, and then it's a link to Frederick's LinkedIn profile. He's worked for 77 companies, all for 2 months.
A decent amount of them, once again, were in this building. So it's
So many of them were in this building.
I'm a little worried about our building
Oh,
choice.
wait. I'm also looking at the LinkedIn. Did you spend 2 months hanging out in a McDonald's parking lot?
That was part of the K-hole thing. Hanging out is a very generous way to put it. Frederick, how do you want to describe what we were doing in that McDonald's parking lot for 2 months?
Yeah, well, and once again, I'd say, not unlike your name, it's a very versatile terminology. We were, I guess we did a fair amount of vibing.
Oh, yes, so much.
I believe we were actually told, this isn't my words, but what we were told by others is chillaxing. We were also chillaxing there. So we were getting the vibe really was a lot of what we were
Yes.
doing. So that's
And-
what we did to prepare. And the success from that has been notable.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Can we just have a sidebar, just the MetaMarket folks for a second?
Oh, sure. Oh, please. Yes.
I wasn't here when Victor was here. Do either of these guys look like Victor?
Really no.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, just imagine
Victor
them.
was like a master of disguise. He constantly
I
would
imagine.
change
Actually,
up
hey
his
guys,
look.
do you do disguise stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is probably a dumb question. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the job, if there was a job where someone who looks like Frederick just wouldn't look the part, we will have to do something.
Well, that's
I mean, you
this,
did
this lab coat, for instance, right now. That's
the lab
my
coat, for example. That
disguise.
is sort of your costume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Does
and
that
also
say-
before
Does that lab coat say Party City on it?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I don't know. I didn't check every brand name. It's a white coat though, and it's definitely worked for the job. No one stopped me and said, "Hey, I hate that coat."
Yeah.
I
Why is it
still-
from Party City or anything
I still
like that?
chose which candidates, became practicing physicians at my last
But-
gig.
Right. Oh, I wanted
But
to
Dr.
ask about that. So,
Mhm.
you were making high-level executive decisions about the future of the staff of the hospital. That sounds like the high-level job. What was your low-level job?
Yeah. Oh, at that company, no,
Yeah.
I was a janitor.
For the
Oh.
hospital system. Okay.
Yeah, it was a hospital janitor. Yeah, so I had to dispose
Wow.
of sharps, containers, whatever, sanitize rooms.
Yeah.
Did all of
That's-
that.
That's
Do that during
super
the day?
important.
Could you-
At
Could
night,
you,
go to your
like-
office and fire people, make really sort of important
Mhm.
decisions. Yeah.
Wait. So you do both jobs like in the same day? Like
In
you-
that
well,
one, we
yeah.
did.
Well, yeah, and I mean, he's given a position of power for a reason. The undercover boss thing means nothing. It has no weight if Frederick here doesn't really feel like a real executive,
Yeah.
you know?
I should say, there is some degree of, especially working such a lowly job, I get very insecure, and so at some points I do start to say, "Hey, I actually need some more assurances. I need to be firing people, like on a daily basis." So
Yeah.
I do switch over, like I said, like you said, I take
Well, and
over.
it's not
those
just
jobs.
firing; it's just power moves. It's moving people's offices for no reason. Same
Yeah.
size offices, just swapping them around. Just
I-
things like that.
Wouldn't the
Office
janitor have to
decor.
deal with that?
Janitor cleaned stuff. That's what I was doing with that job. I was
Oh, sorry. I think,
sanitizing the wall.
Eric, I think he meant reassigning offices
Oh,
at the
okay.
high level.
I see,
So
I see.
forcing people to move their own offices. I see. It might make sense then. In your janitor role, you would be forced to move their boxes from one office to the other.
Oh, you're saying what jobs did I have to do as a janitor as a result of the power
Your
moves that I
own
did as an
decisions.
executive?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
No, I
tautological a little
I was
bit.
pretty careful
did-
about it.
Yeah, I mean, you
Okay.
made that one
Okay, you're a
decision,
professional.
for example, to like give all new janitors a $50,000 bonus, which I thought was a really
Yeah.
cool decision, really helpful
Wow.
for the new
Yeah.
janitors at the
Yeah.
time.
Okay, that's a
Well, so-
good, just maybe a line. Could you talk about some of the successes you've seen? Like,
Mm.
after this process has happened, like, what is the impact
The-
on the company?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Sorry,
that hospital.
you said the succession we've seen. I've seen the one where Kindle raps, and I've seen.
No, please, no spoilers. I've
Okay.
just
I'm
barely
so
finished
sorry.
season 1.
It's just
yeah.
he was asked, and so it's hard not to answer whenever
Yes.
we're put on the
we
spot
mean
like
like success.
Yeah.
that. Okay. So for example,
Oh,
that last job I did, those hospitals or that hospital system, maximum capacity. They cannot handle any more
Yeah.
patients right now. It
Yeah,
is
it's terrible time.
well,
I think that's
for
just a
business
result
wise, it's
of-
great.
That's just what's happening in the country. That isn't a direct result of
What-
you.
Well, some would say that we created an increased demand in our area
Yes.
based to some extent on sort of the cleaning policies carried out.
I got it.
I'm,
I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
So well,
Um,
that actually brings up a question I was going to ask, which was, what's your revenue model? Are you taking a cut of the increased profits? Are you? Is it a flat fee? What's the structure look like?
well, I mean so the company Under the Covers is just us. So
That's
do we
clear.
take a cut? Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
like-
we're providing a service.
yeah.
so,
Is
I
it
mean,
like 15% agency fee? What's the
Hourly rate.
Model.
Yeah. What do you charge?
Oh,
incidentals.
I would say carpool access would be really cool. I don't have a car right now, so if someone could just sort of like,
Wait, you're asking for benefits? I thought you were a contractor. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not gonna like ask for health insurance or something, are you?
Well, we're a contractor, and when you see our contract, then I think it'll be pretty self-explanatory.
Do you have a
yeah,
copy? Could you just
great, yeah.
send one our way real
And-
quick?
Okay,
Oh,
I am kind
you
of
have the copy, right? We only have the one.
The
So
copy?
you do have to give it back after you look at it. Please don't like crinkle it or anything. If you just want to.
Okay, John actually took a picture of your
Oh,
one contract and attached it to this meeting invite.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I
looking
see.
at a
That
couple of
was.
things here, and I
Oh,
have to say, as
like
somebody
crayon.
who is well known for having some of the most demanding contracts in the business, I'm impressed, honestly.
thank you.
Oh
Yes,
no.
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I just think we would have to think pretty expansively if we were going to be able to provide you a full tank with a shark in it
Okay,
in
which,
view of both positions. So you would have, I'm sorry, I think this understands that you would have to see a shark no matter which of the two positions you were playing at the moment.
Yes. And so
Yes.
the tank, I'm not exactly sure how the company is set up. If you guys have positions on multiple floors or if it's all on one floor. But if it's on multiple
Just
floors,
one
yes,
floor.
the tank will have to expand both floors.
Mhm.
If not, it will have to expand the width of the office.
and if your issue is with the tank, I just have to kind of put my foot down here and say, like, the shark can't survive without that. So we're gonna
Oh,
need
yes.
a tank for, like, if that's your problem, then
Without the water, the shark dies. And I
Where's
can't imagine you want that on your
Right. It's not,
conscience.
I
Okay,
just
could you
wanted to-
provide some
applied.
examples of how other companies have fulfilled this requirement?
I mean,
Well, Our requirements are different every single time. It's just sort of like what we want
adapt.
at that time. Yeah.
Wait, is this contract written
versatile.
in pencil?
Well, that part is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
I mean,
that.
crayon for some parts.
There's going to be some magazine letters cut out for some of the parts for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How do you guys know John? Just the Craigslist ad?
Just the Craigslist ad? Yeah. Two guys
Okay.
hanging out.
And beyond the words you can't say, did he prep you any other way about like
Yeah.
what he wanted you specifically to do for our company?
I mean, when we were on the phone, we talked a lot about Succession first. And then after that, we sort of explained what we do. And he said, oh, that's a really cool idea. I haven't seen that show, Undercover Boss, but that sounds cool. And then he sort of just hung up. And now that's why we're here.
And we're pretty excited for what's going to happen here. So,
Yeah.
so I don't
Were
know,
you
in your
asking
company-
his thoughts on Succession? I think he was saying that he thought season 3
we
wasn't
do
as
not-
good, but
we
I
do not
disagree.
want to
No,
hear
that's-
anything
hang on.
about Succession.
I'm with you, mister.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
I-
John told me he was waiting to watch season 2 until we could watch it together. That,
And also
Sorry, I have
sounds
to
very
send a
much like
text.
John.
So
Yeah.
I
He did
think
seem
maybe
like a
there
liar
was-
on the phone.
Don't say that about John.
I mean,
He's
it's,
No,
many
not in a bad
things.
way.
it's
Some
like a
of the most
vibe.
powerful men and important men in history have been huge liars. I think it's a noble trait.
Okay, well, that's another warning sign for me personally.
I'm sorry, another? Which I'm sorry. I thought we've been very clear and transparent here about
You
the
want-
services that we provide.
Just like the Shark Tank, we've been super transparent.
Yes, transparency is not one of the warning signs.
Right.
That is one positive in the positive column that I'm making.
Okay.
I think there was a misunderstanding maybe. So John has tried several times to replace himself surreptitiously without us knowing. And I think maybe he thought that your service would come in and do his job.
To some extent.
Oh.
I mean, so we're going to finally talk about what we're actually going to do for your company. I feel like is that
Yeah,
where this is going?
That would be just helpful to get an idea of what
Yeah.
to get the pitch.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
this is sort of an open discussion here. We can figure out the best
Mhm.
place to put Frederick. If we want to put Frederick in the CEO's chair, and then also Frederick, do you want to do like the mail room or what's like? Where do your crappiest employees work?
Couch delivery.
Yeah, delivery.
That was fast.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Frederick, can your back handle the delivery part?
I could maybe drive. Could I drive for some of that?
Well, most
you have
of
your
the people
license?
drive.
No, well, no, I don't have my license. Do I? Okay, so I can't do that one. Let's rule that one out.
Okay.
We'll table that.
Well,
Um,
what about like customer support?
I don't really. How about a customer support manager? The one who, whenever they ask for the manager, I'll
Well,
be that.
I mean, here that's like a director level role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might
but
be a
that's
little.
below the CEO, though, right?
That's true.
Yeah, but it's not.
Not that far
It's not-
below.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I for one thing, I want to be able to help your company improve by being on the lower levels, which I feel like if I'm the manager of these call center or whatever, then I could keep an eye on things pretty well.
Yeah,
And then-
where in your company do you think you would need maybe a second set of eyes to see both problems within the company
Mhm.
and also really cool employees that we can give a really tiny bonus to earn a ton of publicity and free advertising for the company? Because we'll film it and put it all on Facebook, everything. It's great for your social media.
Wait, you're
I'm
distributing on
feeling-
Facebook?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Facebook is
Galia.
they're one of our direct competitors. I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah. and-
Yeah, there might be an issue with
Well, hey,
conflict of
we are-
interest here. We're under negotiation with Facebook about
Okay.
some things that we can't.
We
That we
also have a
talk about.
contract with Dailymotion. Do you guys mind being on Dailymotion?
what is that?
What about
It was like a
Vungle?
streaming service from maybe 2005 or so that possibly still exists that was mostly known for having
Is that the one that all the old right
softcore
people?
nude videos
Oh.
from movies?
As long as it's not the one that all the alt right people went to after they got kicked off of Twitch.
Well,
Oh,
not most
no.
recently.
No, we left that one behind. That's in the past now.
Yeah.
So
So they do exist, but their homepage takes 7 seconds to load.
Still?
Still.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna I appreciate the creativity that you guys are bringing to
Thank
the
you.
role.
Yes.
Or to whatever this pitch
Creativity is an
is.
interesting one. Calathea, your team cranks out an awful lot of hand-drawn animation frames and concepts. Would it be possible to have him sit in the drawing pool?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
well, unfortunately, if you know that he's undercover, then he's not really undercover.
But we
He has
can't
to-
know.
Well, no,
Our
y'all will know, but he needs to be in a position that's sort of separate from everyone in this chat.
I mean,
I-
we run basically the entire
Oh.
company.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
no one at any part of the company where y'all aren't hands-on with.
delivery.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, we're back to
We're back to delivery.
delivery
well,
driving.
Yeah.
I can be
mean,
delivery
how would you-
supervisor.
How
Just watching.
How
Oh,
would you
maybe
guys
like a
feel-
motivator guy.
Okay.
Delivery motivator. Okay.
That's
How do you
not a
guys
real
feel about
job.
like relocating? I mean, because we definitely, could really use somebody to help provide some clarity in Des Moines.
Okay.
It's going to make the Shark
Oh.
Tank really big.
That's true.
They could
Yeah.
work on the mayoral campaign.
Yeah.
Technically, Chelsea runs that, and she doesn't
I
know
mean,
about this.
Chelsea is always great at reporting back, but
It's true.
Chelsea is just doing so much
Mm.
right now that I
Yeah.
just that I
You
think
don't want to add cleaning a Shark Tank to her plate. I understand that.
Yes, I mean, I think we can all agree that this Shark Tank writer is very creative, but just absolutely not possible.
I just want to clarify on this one. Are you providing the shark?
Oh, I mean,
That's.
I-
I guess we assumed that there would be a shark.
no, I mean we can. I guess if y'all are just sort of cheap like that, yeah, sure, we can. But I
Well-
just thought this was like a nice company.
I could-
sorry.
No, I think
we are a nice company. I could lend a mantis shrimp or two. They're relatively violent sea creatures that live in tanks.
it's true.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean if that's I don't know what sharks eat, so if that's what you want to feed the sharks, that would be that I'm sure
Yeah.
that'd be great.
No,
Like,
Holly
let's-
and
like I said-
Button can't be fed to a shark.
Again, I don't know what sharks eat. I haven't done any research on any of this.
No,
Um,
we know that you need a shark tank to house a shark. Like that's where
Yes.
they need to live, and so that's been
Yeah.
a really big part of why we request that.
Okay,
Because we
let's,
don't want it to die. I do know that much.
I don't want
Yeah.
no.
We
We're-
can all
we're very-
agree. Yeah, no
Yeah.
dead sharks
Yeah,
in the
and
office.
I think we also, John, if John sent you the list, he knows that animal death is one of those things that we don't talk
Yeah,
about right now.
Which one? I didn't say it, but yeah. Okay, that's we were trying to tiptoe around it, but yes, obviously we do not. We don't want animal death. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say it because this long list of words that I also can't tell if I'm supposed to not say it in combination.
Can I ask about one of these words? Like,
Sure.
I mean,
One.
Why not?
Yeah.
why sandwich? Just all sandwiches? Oh wow, the looks on y'all's faces. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that.
That I'm trying to think of a way to say this that won't get us in more trouble.
Oh no, you've already gotten in trouble for saying sandwich.
Yeah, I mean,
How do you avoid saying truckload whenever you have all the deliveries to make? And like isn't that
we don't
Vans.
talk
We use
with
vans.
yeah, and we don't really
Okay.
speak with the delivery folks.
okay? Okay, I'm sorry to get on the list again. That's obviously a thing we're supposed to be avoiding anyway.
Right. Right.
So
Uh,
I guess I'll be working is it Des Moines? Is that where I'm headed? And then so I'll just take over the CEO position after that. Give the Des
Yeah.
Moines
So
thing a few
how
hours.
far? So I mean, you want to do that every other day? Maybe like Monday, Wednesday, Friday in Des Moines,
I'll fly back.
and then you're in the CEO chair Tuesday, Thursday, firing
Yeah.
people,
okay.
giving huge bonuses to new positions in the
Or maybe-
delivery.
I could
companies-
stay here and do the Des Moines thing virtually. That sounds a lot easier for me.
Maybe you should do the whole thing virtually. Maybe we could have you be our meeting operator. You could start Zoom meetings and end Zoom meetings for some of our virtual employees.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Very
mean, I guess,
simple.
yeah, and I guess because my back, that would help with my back.
You could be a
Um,
scribe. You could take notes.
ooh,
That way
okay,
you get.
no, my fingers are they're kind of wonky.
Yeah, he's
How
got
were you
wonky
a
fingers.
janitor if your back doesn't work and your fingers don't work?
He was
Wait.
more of a janitor motivator. Um,
Hmm.
he was the guy sort of in that position of motivating the janitors and sort of, hoorah in the mornings and getting them
I get-
going. And
So if you have a morning talk radio host position, that'd be
Oh,
really
wow.
good.
yeah. Does someone do like PA announcements like in school?
Have you
We only have one
ever worked
floor.
at a startup?
A start.
Okay. Well, I think we have a lot of information that we can report back to John. I mean, he has to do
Yeah.
the signing of the contract
Yeah.
anyway.
You only take payment in Dogecoin?
Yeah. Oh,
that's-
sorry. So it's supposed to be Doja Coin. It's Doja Cat's new crypto coin.
That's somehow not as bad, but still bad.
This is, way worse for the environment. Like significantly worse.
Why
It's
would
aw-
you
it's
choose
awful,
Why would you
exactly.
choose something that would be significantly worse?
Or-
Like, why
Oh,
would
God.
that?
Because
was
right
a
now
pass-
the value's so low. Right now it's 0.0000001 cent. And if that goes up to 0.00002
Yeah.
cents,
Right.
We
Yeah.
understand how crypto works. I just don't understand why the negative environmental impact seems to be a selling point for you.
So, sorry,
Ooh.
not a selling point, but it was one of the jobs that I worked previously. Was at this crypto. I was a crypto startup. Yes. Okay. I guess that answers your question. And so we were paid in that crypto, and that's really the
Ah.
only way I know how to work the money thing with the contract. So
Hmm.
that's really where we stand now. Is that we continually only accept that particular cryptocurrency.
And just to be, because we do believe in transparency, we do financially benefit anytime the environment gets sort of worse. We're sort of
yes.
hedging, we're sort of shorting the world.
Mhm.
And so
well,
really,
sure.
really like any sort of CO2 emissions, anything bad, that's 3 or 4 cents that we're getting off that.
I don't understand
Wow.
how that could possibly work. But I sadly believe you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I have a couple things. I have a little positive negative column going. I'll take a picture of this, send this to John. I guess we'll all make our internal recommendations, and then how can we get back in contact with you with our decision?
We'll have another Craigslist ad up. You'll know it's us because it'll be the only one talking about two guys hanging out. And then, just reply to that.
Great.
Cool.
We've streamlined. We had it may seem a little different, but in the past we did not have this efficient of a system. It was so bad before. This is amazingly streamlined compared to what
Before
we
it
used to
was
have.
leaving notes in that McDonald's parking lot that we sort of were doing a ton of ketamine in. And the problem is that when you're in the K-hole, it's like you're sort of outside of your own body. And so to find
It's
notes
weird,
left
yeah.
on the ground is really kind of difficult.
It was
and-
scary too.
Yeah. But that's
Mm.
part of the experience. That's why you're
it's part
doing
of
it, is the fear.
This explains so much of where Victor got some of those off the wall ideas. I didn't realize he was returning to the McDonald's parking lot.
Yes,
Wow.
that's true. We really shouldn't have taken ideas that were handwritten on notes like that. But
We didn't know.
Hey, let's not speak ill of those who are no longer with the company.
Yes.
Mhm.
Victor really got MetaMarket a long way,
that's true.
and we're
Um,
still picking up the pieces from that.
Yes. So we'll keep an eye out for the Craigslist ad. If you don't hear from us, feel free to take another job. If you do hear from us, you'll know, I guess.
And hopefully we
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
too.
That's great.
Hopefully we'll know too.
Yeah, well, so we'll expect I guess we'll post another ad on Craigslist. How much do those cost to post those?
The guy I go through, he only
You
takes,
use a person?
yeah, my Craigslist guy, but he
What's
only
his name?
takes.
What's his
he only-
name?
I don't. Well, he hasn't told me his name. His name, his screen name is the Skull Man, but he only takes Doja Cat coin as well. So that's kind of why we.
Wow.
That's why we
Everything's
accept
just-
it. It makes it easier to post more.
It's just easier.
Like,
Like
it falls into place.
Oh my
Yep.
God, John. He just spoiled season 3.
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry. So good,
I'm
though.
so sorry.
He spoiled that they're rich and they're fighting. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to spoil it. Who hasn't seen it, but they are rich, and
I
you
don't
find
own
that
a
out in the
TV.
3rd season.
Uh, okay, well, I think, we're about at time. There's
Do you
another.
want a TV? I can sell you a TV. You want a TV?
I don't have Doja coin, so
Oh,
I,
yep.
yeah, I
That's
don't
an
think
issue.
that would
Yeah.
work.
never mind.
I don't want a TV.
I don't know how you manage in the modern age without it. But yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah.
All right. Well, it was such a interesting experience to have you both here. Thank you for showing up with minimal direction, explaining to us your business, and these are all the words I have. Anyone else
Okay.
have words to explain
Um,
this meeting?
I see you guys found the mini fridge on your way in. Would you like another Starbucks to go on the way out?
Yeah. Do we have enough back at? Yeah. We'll take. I guess. However many we can.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't like the to-go aspect. If I'm at Starbucks, I want to be able to sit down with my laptop and maybe work on a script or something, or So if you
Can
could
you-
just sort of set up that space for us where we could
That'd
sort of
be a
just
lot
chill
easier.
out for 5 or 6 hours on our laptops, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. That'd be
No.
simplifying it.
Yeah, we're not.
No.
No.
I don't think
No.
we'll.
Okay. Well,
Kinda-
then it's
kinda
not
weird to
Starbucks
offer
to
it.
go. It's just a drink in a fridge.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's-
but-
I mean, we do have a little bit of leftover of our rare vegan jerky series, if you'd like some of that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean-
Okay. So if you just kind of set up the we know the vegan place down the street. Kind of just set up the feel of that because we do. I don't know
No,
if-
there's
No.
there's just samples there if you'd like. We have jackfruit and algae.
So I'm sorry, but we're just all about the vibes. So like if you
Yeah, I'm more
can
of a
set up
vibe
sort of the
guy.
natural environment for the jackfruit.
The vibes in the jerky.
It's kind of like a walking thing. It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
like a reconnect
Yeah.
with nature. So
You feel it when you eat
Oh.
it. The vibe
Yeah.
is instilled.
you'll want natural outdoor air and grass and trees and
Okay. Well, we can take the jerky and then we'll just take our laptops. We'll just be sitting on your cars in the parking lot outside. And
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah,
we'll
we can
see you
fix it like
guys
that.
later, and maybe we can hang out or something, and maybe go to a movie or just
Okay.
whatever.
I think maybe we should just end the meeting and see
Yeah.
what happens.
It's a good idea.
yeah. Because if we
Yeah.
were there, it wouldn't be 2 guys hanging out.
Yeah.
There would be
Don't want
there
to
would be more.
Oh, that is an issue.
Hmm.
We'd have to change the ads, and
Yeah, that'd be really confusing for
the
people.
skull guy, he charges
we don't
so
wanna
much
make it
for
hard.
editing already posted ads.
All right. Thank you in a way.
This meeting has ended. To subscribe to This Startup is Being Recorded, go to the podcast player of your choice and tap a button that likely says subscribe. More content is on Twitter @StartupRecorded, or shoot us an email with ideas, feedback, or your personal startup horror story at hello@startuprecorded.com. Our guests today were Cameron Clark as Mr. Vooo and Dr. London Smith as Frederick Lamar. They have their own character-based improvised comedy called the Jock Doc Podcast. That's an absurdist take on medical education podcasts. Links at jockdocpodcast.com. Kate is played by Valerie Garrison. Valerie is a health tech product manager and regularly plays with the improv troupe Letters to Chicken online. You can find her on Twitter @thevalgaris. Eric is played by Barry Wright. Barry is a product manager at Spotify and a co-founder of Highwire Improv. Find him by his name on LinkedIn, where he holds regular office hours, or at highwireimprov.com. Matt is played by Marty McGuire. Marty is a senior web engineer and improviser in New York City. You can find Marty's comedy, code, and cats on his website at mmg.re. Calathea is played by Robin Stegman. Robin is a digital campaign manager for Ocean Conservancy and is a comedian mostly found at Highwire Improv. You can find her on all the social medias, and she does mean all, at @rstegi. Thank you for listening.